Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise the lesson number 2, which is Présente-toi. It means introduce yourself in French. Now they have given a small conversation in first picture. Suppose you want to ask someone's name, someone who is same age group of yours. So then you use comment tu t'appelles. Comment tu t'appelles, it means how do you call yourself. So the second person is answering je m'appelle Marie. I call myself Marie, or my name is Marie. Et toi, as you know already, it means and you. So the first person answers je m'appelle Nathalie. So to ask anyone's name who is same age group as yours, you can say comment tu t'appelles by asking this question. Now in second image they are showing how to ask someone's age. So now the second person is asking quel âge as-tu? Quel âge as-tu means which age do you have? So the second person is saying j'ai 9 ans. J'ai 9 ans, it means I am 9 years of age, or I am 9 years old. Now she is asking où habites-tu? Où habites-tu? It means where do you live? So the first person now is answering j'habite à Paris. I live in Paris. Et toi? Et toi means and you. So the second person says j'habite à Lyon. I live in Lyon. So Paris is the capital city of France, and Lyon also is a city in France. It is very well known for its silk industry and puppet shows. Okay, so we continue with the same topic, and now we see another page in the class of painting. Dans le cours de peinture, as you can see, someone is asking someone's name formally, so that's why he is using vous. Comment vous appelez-vous? As you already learned this in 4th class also. Comment vous appelez-vous? So the girl is answering je m'appelle Hélène Laroux. I call myself Hélène Laroux, or my name is Hélène Laroux. Et vous? Et vous means and you, means she is giving respect, and this conversation is formally. So she is saying et vous. So now the boy, he answers je m'appelle Morel. I call myself Morel, or my name is Morel. Now she wants to ask where does he live. So she says où habitez-vous? Where do you live? So he says j'habite à Nice. I live in Nice. Nice also a city in France, a coastal city. Et vous? And now this is his turn to ask to that girl where does she live. So she says j'habite à Marseille. Marseille also is a city in France. It is a port city. It is the biggest port in France. So this is the conversation, two small conversation they have given, how to ask someone's name, someone's age, and where does he or she live. So now we continue. Now in the classroom, as you can see a picture of a classroom, a girl is standing next to the teacher, and teacher is saying présente-toi. Présente-toi means introduce yourself. This is the name also of our lesson number 2. So now the girl is introducing herself. She is saying bonjour Madame Dupont. Good morning Mrs. Dupont. Je m'appelle Marie. I call myself Marie, or my name is Marie. J'habite à Paris. I live in Paris. J'ai 9 ans. I am 9 years of age, or I am 9 years old. Now the explanation is there between informal and formal. If you want to ask a boy who is same age group or who is younger to you, à un jeune garçon, to a young boy, so you you use comment tu t'appelles? So he can answer je m'appelle Paul. Quel âge as-tu? J'ai 10 ans. Où habites-tu? J'habite à Nice. Now to a man who is elder than you want to give respect, you want to have a formal conversation. You ask comment vous appelez-vous? So the person answers je m'appelle Daniel. I call myself Daniel or my name is Daniel. Quel âge avez-vous? How old are you? So he is saying j'ai 30 ans. I am 30 years of age. Où habitez-vous? Where do you live? J'habite à Paris. I live in Paris. Now to address someone, pour s'adresser quelqu'un, to address someone, for an elder lady who is married, we use madame and the initial is MME. Monsieur is for sir or Mr. So initials are M dot. For a young girl, we can use mademoiselle and the initials are MLLE. And for a young boy also, we call monsieur. We don't use master as in English, but we use monsieur and the initial is M dot. So till here you understand the formal and informal conversation. Now in next page they have given numbers. We are revising them once again from 0 to 10 in second lesson. 0 is 0, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 5 is 5, 6 is 6, same spelling but different pronunciation. 7 is 7, 8 is 8, 9 is 9 and 10 is 10. So I repeat once again 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if you want a question, there are how many? Suppose you want to ask there are how many oranges? So you will say il y a combien de oranges? So the question is il y a combien de means there are how many? There is or there are how many? First question is il y a combien d'oranges? Il y a 3 oranges. As you can see in the picture, there are 3 oranges. Il y a combien de poires? There are how many pears? Il y a 5 poires. There are 5 pears. Il y a combien de pêches? There are how many peach? Il y a 2 pêches. There are 2 peach. So to ask the question there is or there are how many, even for students we can say il y a combien d'étudiants? There are how many students? So you can say there are 20 students, there are 10 students, il y a 10 étudiants, il y a 20 étudiants. So in the next image they are asking about the fruits. Il y a combien de fruits? So il y a un ananas. Ananas means pineapple. Il y a combien de bananes? Il y a 6 bananes. Il y a combien de kiwis? Il y a 7 kiwis. Il y a combien de cerises? Il y a 9 cerises. Il y a combien de pommes? Il y a 8 pommes. Mango is called mangue in French. So il y a combien de mangues? Il y a 4 mangues. Il y a 4 mangues. There are 4 mangoes. Now there is a small exercise, nommer les fruits. First one is mangue, M-A-N-G-U-E. Second one is pomme. Third one is ananas. Fourth one is banane, B-A-N-A-N-E. Fifth one is orange. Sixth one is poire. Seventh is cerise, C-E-R-I-S-E-S. And eighth one is kiwi. So they have given the names of fruits. Few fruits over here: mangue, pomme, ananas, banana, orange, poire, cerise, A. kiwi. Now this is the culture and civilization of this lesson. They are explaining few facts about France. The National Day of France is celebrated on 14th of July. As you already know, July we call it Juillet and 14 is 14. La Fête Nationale means national festival. It is also called the Bastille Day, Bastille, Bastille Day. It is celebrated on 14th July of each year. So La Fête Nationale c'est le 14 juillet. Now what is the currency of France or Europe, because there are 16-17 countries, they use the same currency. So the currency is called monnaie, MONNAIE, la monnaie européenne. It is a feminine singular noun, so it is l'euro. You know, you have learned in class 4th also, la monnaie unique européenne c'est l'euro. Le drapeau français means the French flag. Le drapeau français est bleu, blanc et rouge. The French flag is blue, white and red. It is tricolor as our Indian flag, but the colors are vertical, not in horizontal shape, and the colors are different. It is blue, white and red. So till here it was the revision of lesson number 2. Now we start the lesson number 3. The lesson number 3's name is à l'école. À l'école means in the school. Présentation. Dans un spectacle, in a show, dans means in a show, in the school, à l'école. Now they are using indefinite articles, as you can see in red letters. Ce sont des musiciens means these are some musicians. Before plural nouns as indefinite article we use des. C'est un danseur. This is a dancer. It is a masculine singular noun, that's why we are using un. Ce sont des danseuses. These are some dancers, female dancers. Plural once again, that's why we are using article des, indefinite article des. Ce sont des spectateurs. These are some spectators. C'est un chanteur. This is a singer. C'est une chanteuse. So you see in masculine form the spelling is ending with EUR and in feminine it is EUSE. Now the explanation of indefinite articles. Indefinite articles, there are 3, un, une and they. Before masculine singular noun we use un, before feminine singular noun we use une, and before plural nouns, whether it is masculine or feminine, we use des, des. L'article défini s'emploie avec les noms qui se dessinent une chose ou un être qui n'est pas encore connu, pas encore identifié. Indefinite article used with the nouns or for a thing or for an human being which is not encore known or not yet identified. Indefinite articles and some are used before a living or a non-living thing noun which is undetermined or unknown. They have given some example for masculine singular noun avion, un garçon, un homme, un stylo. Before feminine singular noun they are using une, une fille, une pomme, une femme, une trousse. For plural noun same, whether it is masculine or feminine we use they and we add s at the noun to make it plural, like we do in English. Des avions, des garçons, des pommes, des stylos. For plural, des filles, des pommes, des femmes, et des trousses. Trousse means pencil box. Now there is an activity given. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est means what is this? Qu'est-ce que c'est? This question is used for objects and animals. Now they are saying to complete with un, une or they. So say dash professor. Professor masculine singular noun, so we will use un. Second is ce sont. Now livre is it in its plural form, so we will use they. Third one, c'est une étudiante. Étudiante, feminine singular noun, that's why une. Fourth one, c'est un étudiant, un. We will use un here. Fifth one, c'est un stylo. This is a pen. Sixth one, c'est une trousse. Trousse, a pencil box. In the image, they have written the numbers, and now they are saying us to fill in the blank with indefinite articles. Seventh one, c'est un cahier. C'est un cahier, as you can see in the picture, blue color notebook. And eighth one, this is c'est une gomme. This is an eraser. It is on the table. Now présentation means presentation of the classroom objects. What we find normally in a classroom. Un crayon, a pencil, un stylo, a pen, une règle, a scale. Des crayons de couleur means color pencils. In English also normally we call color pencils crayon. But here crayon we use it for pencil. So color pencils we say des crayons de couleur. Des feutres means marker. Un cahier means a notebook. Un livre, a book. Une gomme, an eraser. Un taille crayon, a sharpener, a pencil sharpener. Un cartable, a school bag. Une calculette means a calculator. Un souligneur means an underliner. Une trousse, a pencil box. Un sac à dos, a backpack. Une colle means a glue, a stick. What we use Fevicol or Fevikwik, something like that. Now we are going to see some professions. Professions also in French it is divided according to the gender, masculine and feminine. As you can see, musicien and musicienne. So to make it feminine, those adjectives are ending with en. Normally we add ne. Musicien, musicienne. Danseur, it is ending with eur, so we use euse. Danseur, danseuse. Vendeur, vendeuse. Acteur, actrice. So eur also there are two groups. Few we write eur, it becomes rice, and few it becomes euse. Like you can see, it is happening with vendeur and danseur. Journalist, it is the same spelling, it is invariable for masculine and feminine. Élève means primary student. Since it is ending already ending with e, so for feminine we do not change it. Professor also is a profession invariable. To a lady teacher also you will call professor in French, and for a male teacher also. Médecin also is invariable. Masculine or feminine, it is the same spelling. Now how to introduce someone? They have given two pictures. Il s'appelle Monsieur Durand. His name is Mr. Durand. Il est professeur. He is teacher. Il a 35 ans. He has 35 years of age. Il habite à Paris. He lives in Paris. And second picture is of Madame Vincent. So we are saying elle s'appelle Madame Vincent. Elle habite à Nice. Elle a 30 ans. She has 30 years of age. This professions also you have already learned in class 4th. This is once again a revision which we are going to do in class 5th. Avoir verb also you know, être verb also you know, and s'appeler verb also. je m'appelle, tu t'appelles, il s'appelle. Elle a 30 ans, she has 30 years of age, and she is doctor. Elle est médecin, she is doctor. So pour dire le nom, on the next page, now this page you can see, pour dire le nom, to say the name, I say je m'appelle, suppose I say je m'appelle Rajesh, tu t'appelles Yuvraj, il s'appelle Hem Gandhi, elle s'appelle Akshaya Reddy. Now the explanation of feminine and plural of the professions. As you can see in the first column, musician, those professions are ending with en. To make them feminine, we add ne. There is second block where adjectives or professions are ending with eur, so we make them euse. In third block you can see where it is ending with eur, we make it rice. Actor, actress, director, directrice, chanter they have given by fault. It is this one, it doesn't apply here. Chanter is feminine, is chanteuses. There is another like actor, director is producteur, productrice. Okay, there are 3-4 which eur becomes rice. And pas de changement, no change. Professor, élève, médecin, journaliste. Now how to make nouns plural? Normally we add an s to make any noun plural, but nouns ending with s, x and z, we do not change them in plural form. Okay, and nouns ending with eau, eu and ou also take x to make them plural, as you can see with gato, kado. And there are invariables like ba, bs. Ba means lower, ne means nose, and schwa means choice. So those nouns are ending already in singular form with s, x or z. We do not add s to make them plural. Their spelling in plural, it remains as it is. Okay, so I hope you paid attention during this class and the revision of lesson number 2 and the starting or the beginning of lesson number 3. Okay, thank you. Take care of yourself.